sorry, Ben. I just couldn't get in last week.
You could have called.
It was mad. I was all over the place. It was all happening.
Out of order.
I'm sorry I didn't let you know.
Oh, well, that's fine.
But it happened so suddenly. Perhaps Vision, the company I auditioned for, ran on Monday and asked me back to a recall. You understand, I couldn't turn that down.
Fine, at least
Then they asked me to go back the next day for a workshop audition with the rest of the company. It was brilliant. It was so exciting. Me dancing with a professional dance company. I couldn't believe it.
I'm pleased for
Then
you.
when I got home, there was a message saying I got the job. But I had to go for costume fittings and things Wednesday and Thursday. Sorry.
Costume fittings already.
There is a bit of a problem. They want me to start on Monday.
What?
So I can't be here for the opening.
No. This place will be ready next Friday.
Sorry, Ben. Sorry.
You've let me down.
Oh, it can't be helped.
I thought that was coming.
Your coat?
Oh, no, does it matter?
Yes, it does. I'm really into the place.
Your wallet suited you.
I can't miss this kind of opportunity.
No, you know, in some ways you're very good at looking after yourself, aren't you?
Ben, it's looking good. You've done really well. I saw all the posters. Great design. You know this place needs to get it going.
Flattery doesn't always work, Issy.
It's true. I really am sorry to let you down.
No, it's just as well I didn't give up everything for you. Thought you'd get the job, I just didn't count on it being this week.
Perhaps Rhonda could come and help you out.
I don't think so.
Oh, why? She'd be great. Give her something to do and bundle off school.
Rhonda's not been well.
Oh, what's the matter?
She jumped off a bridge last week.
Jumped off a bridge. What for? What happened?
Yeah, she's okay, thanks for asking. Luckily the water broke her fall and someone raised the alarm pretty quickly.
How awful.
Yeah.
What about our family?
Oh, no.
That's selfish.
Don't you think she must have been feeling pretty bad to try and kill herself?
Well, even so, it must have upset them.
Issy, when people are about to kill themselves, they're not at their most rational, you know?
Well, I didn't realise she was that
Oh,
upset.
come on, you spoke about the troubles at school, this family pressure.
Yeah, and I thought she'd work it out. Ask for some help. Learn to cope with things.
Like you do.
What do you mean?
Ask yourself.
Ask myself
How
what?
do you cope with things?
At least I don't go around jumping off bridges. I keep things to myself.
Yeah, is that so great? See, maybe you're going under in a different way.
What are you talking about?
Issy, I see things.
What?
It doesn't matter.
Actually, it does matter to
Look,
me.
anyone has their problems they have to deal with, you should try and be a bit more sympathetic.
Well, you're not being very sympathetic to my so-called
I
problems.
thought you didn't happen.
Well, you think I'm
Oh,
unsympathetic?
look at yourself.
What's wrong with me?
You've got your problems.
Like what? Come on, be specific.
Your dad's death.
What about it?
You dealt with it?
Yes.
So why'd you cover so much up?
Because I couldn't cope if I let it all out. I want him alive. I miss him. I want to talk to him. That's why I can't believe that someone chooses to take their own life. What Rhonda has done is wrong. It's outrageous and...
It's time you left, Issy.
What?
Promised Rhonda I'd have a chat with her.
But I need to talk to you. We need to discuss
What
everything.
is there to discuss?
Hand it
Come
over.
back later.
It's all right,
No,
I'll
no,
come
no,
back later.
no, it's all right, Rhonda. Issy's leaving.
Well, excuse me.
Sorry about that.
Doesn't matter.
How you feeling?
Coping. Just
Your family?
okay-ish.
You know, it's hard sometimes living close to people to see things.
It shocks them. They don't say much, but I can see it. Then I couldn't cope. I was going mad.
Know that feeling. See, one day my dad flipped. It took me ages to work out what was wrong, but then this kid at school said, "He's a nutty, your dad, completely balmy." It's funny, he found it harder to say for a bloody nose. Got suspended for that one, not that I minded, you know. Never saw myself as a brain surgeon. I wanted fun, you know, to get out, explore. I mean, what was school? It was the place where kids made jokes about your dad. I wouldn't have minded, but theirs were no better. Boozers, thieves, all sorts.
What actually was wrong with him?
What with dad? Don't know, never did work it out. He couldn't hold down a job. He'd go through times of depression, just sit around doing nothing. The life up around him, he ignored it. Everyone thought he was a loser, but no one ever took the time or trouble to find out why. In the end, he felt he was letting us all down, and he couldn't cope no more. He left us. Don't know where he is now. You know, sometimes when I go down the Strand, I think he might be one of them living on the streets, wondering if I'd recognise him. See, that's where people like him end up. And he might be dead.
Sorry. And I couldn't see a way out. It was doing my head in. I couldn't face Mum. I couldn't face school. And then I saw Floyd with another girl. I had to make it stop. It scared me out of control. I can't imagine you being scared.
Started with people telling me things. It's bad. Bad things. You know, it really pisses you off having someone on your case all the time. I didn't know what was happening. I panicked and started acting weird. Gave a lot of old ladies a fright that day. I was talking in rhymes. So maybe that's where the poetry comes from. Anyway, put me in hospital, locked up under a safety order. Schizophrenia. Put me on these drugs, these real strong ones. They knocked me out for 4 days. You know, 4 whole days gone, and these drugs are legal.
Are you still on?
No, that was a while back. Look after myself now. Sometimes the doctor prescribes pills, but I think talking like this is the best help.
Can I ask you a question?
You can ask.
Did you ever hurt anyone?
A mad schizophrenic wielding knife in frenzied school
No.
playground. You know, having delusions, feeling paranoid, it frightens me more than anyone else.
I'm stupid.
I'm
sorry.
used to it. That's why I don't tell no one. You might find this hard to believe, but schizophrenics are hardly ever dangerous. It's just those exceptions the press gets hold of and blows up. Rhonda, I never hurt no one. My family, all right, well they hurt, because I'm not well sometimes, you know, it's a worry to them.
My mum and dad are so disappointed in me.
You tried talking to them.
I don't know where to begin, and they don't either.
How do you feel about counselling?
I got my first appointment this afternoon.
Your mum and dad going?
I'm just stupid talking with such a dad.
Maybe they'll come along later. You know, you can work out what you expect from each other.
I can't see that happening.
What about school?
It's all out in the open there now. It actually feels much better just having spoken about it.
They offered you any help?
Miss Gregory, she's really nice. She's going to be my supporter. She said they didn't even know I was being bullied. They just thought that I'd fallen in with the wrong crowd.
Feeling depressed and schizophrenic, they're just illnesses, you know. It's no different to a broken leg. Just don't expect the same sympathy.
I will.
Rhonda, take some of the help off and find something for yourself. I found painting, even poetry. I mean, can you imagine me, a poet? It's ridiculous. I even get paid for it now.
I don't know what I'd like to do.
There's no rush. Take your time, but don't forget to talk to people, confide in them. In a while, you'll put all of this in perspective. You'll look back and you'll see how it happened.
I have to go. Can I come here and talk to you sometime?
Any time. Hey! Hope it goes well this afternoon.
Thanks.